piece used to go there. This is the return line. This is the send line. So I've just put I couldn't find the fuel pump relay, so instead of mucking around, I just put a bit of pipe in there and clamped them shut, so you're going to have fuel send from here and return to the tank. And we're running my car off this stuff here. It's really good. You just let it run until it's empty, so the car's actually running off this stuff at the moment. So it should clean out my injectors and the pump's pretty good because I've had some trouble lately. So there's no need to prime these lines as long as there's actual fuel in the rails. When you start the car up, the suction will force this back, and you got the pump on the crankshaft here, or there's an actual high pressure fuel rail here, so that will pump the fuel for you. So there really is no need to prime the lines or anything, but we'll see how this goes, eh? So she's been running for a few minutes. I've been giving her hell, so the manual says to run it up and down the rev range, which is what I've been doing, but it sounds a bit better. So we used to get a lot of missing and playing up probably around there 2200 range. So it sounds pretty rattly up top, but that's the diesel. But around here it definitely sounds better. We'll just see how we go. I'll just keep doing this, and hopefully we get a result. But yeah, only the test drive will tell, right? You know, well, these pipes are getting a bit hot. They're not meant for what I'm using them for. They're just stuff from Bunnings, but you can see in there, if you can see down there, it's almost out of fuel. Down there in the corner. Oh, can't see it. It's almost out of fuel. Hopefully it'll stall soon, and I'll take it out on the road and see how the performance is. But yeah, it's good this way because it fuel comes down here and in through the high pressure fuel rail, through the injectors, gets burnt, and then the return comes here, gets recycled, and when you're done you just connect your fuel lines up. I don't actually think this car has a fuel pump because it uses the high pressure fuel pump to suck the fuel in, but these Mazda 3 diesels, there's not a lot of info on like detailed info on the net about them because they're quite rare, but hopefully this fixes it. Okay, so it should stall any minute now. There we go, starting to get some air bubbles into the, should start coughing and spluttering, and then it'll just stall. I'm going to turn it off because I don't like my fuel pump running without lubrication, so there we go. Righto, well, that's pretty close. We'll put it all back together now and see how it goes. Okay, so that's all run out now. It's completely empty. I've reinstalled the fuel lines. They're pretty hard to get mixed up because they're color coded. This is return, this is send from the filter. So we need to purge the system. So there's a little pump here on top of the fuel filter. There's a fuel filter there. There's a fuel filter there. And this is a little pump on top. You press this down a whole bunch of times, and it actually pumps fuel in from the tank and pushes it into the fuel rail. You'll know when it's done because this gets rock hard to push and you can't push it down anymore. I cannot push that down anymore, so that's that done. So let's go start her up. Should be fine. Hey, here we go. She lives again. Beauty. Alright. Bingo.